Me? I'd bite.
Mr. Turtle, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
He never made it without biting. Ask Mr. Owl, for he is the wisest of us all.
Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
A good question. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
If there's anything I can't stand, it's a smart owl.
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
People don't think it's too much. They make the rules. Ignorance and pretty in this golden world. What if you don't have enough time to
Hello and welcome to Season 3 of the Custom Underground. In these uncertain times, we thought this is the time to bring some joy. So thank you, Nick Johnson, Nick's Custom Toys, for the idea. I had been thinking for several days before Mad Reaper contacted me that this would be a good idea, and then he did, so I guess it's all meant to be. And thank you to our fans, because we've had some amazing outcry of support for this contest and game show, really, because we're going to put in some things that are going to surprise you. But before we get to that, I just want to read one quick message to you. A lot of people disappointed that they didn't get into the tournament. So if you didn't get in, don't take it personally. We had many, many talented, great artists submit to us. Also, due to the large number of inquiries, if you didn't submit a proper form, we had to skip over and go to the next one. We hope that you will go to the YouTube and watch the show. Search out Custom Underground Mad Reaper Studios, which if you're watching this, subscribe, like. Also, keep in mind, Mad Reaper has many tutorials there to help customizers with all levels of experience. Thank you for your support. Without you, there would be no us. And also, this is a game show. Expect the unexpected.
Awesome. I mean, man, it feels good to be back. It's been a long time. I've been looking at Skype here. I've never set up my webcam, and it's been like 2 years almost in June. So this is really exciting. It feels like yesterday. I mean, it feels normal. It just feels like old times. So really excited. I feel like, first of all, I want to say like how much our scene has grown in the past 2 years. I feel like in hindsight, I was such a inexperienced newbie. I felt like, and I feel like it now. You know, like I was like no position to be able to judge anything. Obviously, I don't know if that's true, but like we've just all gotten so much better, and that's what's most exciting. Like everyone that's been a part of a lot of the earlier seasons are still just producing and still producing phenomenal. I mean, Rocket Jabroni, our season 1 champion, is still producing phenomenal customs. Really proud of that. And then Lonely Bone Dust, which was the amateur champion, still really proud of him too. And then the second season NWF, one of my favorite customizers to this day, and he's still pumping out badass customs. So I think the lineage of this competition really speaks highly for, you know, what we were trying to accomplish here. And I think that this season too, with the names in the competition, I've never been more excited. All of us, all of your judges, we've been so excited, and we've been discussing this. We've been discussing a comeback for months now, and it just never felt right. And then you know, the quarantine, coronavirus, COVID, all that happened, and the world just changed. And Nick Johnson, Nick's Custom Toys, messaged me. He's like, "Hey, now's the time to do it." And it was like it was easy to sell it to Pat and Joey and Showstopper. It was just like, yeah, let's do it. And really excited we can be here. So
it's funny that you mentioned the NWF, Rocket Jabroni, and Lonely Bone Dust, because I just bought customs from all three of them. So
that's awesome. I mean, that's really. I mean, so let's get to the introductions. There's going to be a lot of people here that don't know who we are, don't know who...
You'll chosen one, Patrick.
Yeah,
Mad Reaper.
This is Patrick, Mad Reaper. We started this, years ago. I mean, probably 2017, I think, the first season was. Anyway...
And also Showstopper, Custom Figures, is a judge.
and Showstopper was our judge. This is the same trio from day one. Really wanted Showstopper on board because of his painting cleanliness, and it's every day since
That
he's just been
dude's not even human. He's a machine.
He is, and we
And
ended
he
up
must
doing
have like 4 robotic arms that come out and just make all these figures. Oh, I mean, it's amazing.
Oh, I know. That's how the Owen Hart collaboration came. I was like, I had to like sell him on it. Believe it. Like the success of it afterwards, you guys would be like, hey, that's a no sell for him. But I had to kind of like sell it because I was like, hey, I'll make the heads. I love making heads. I love sculpting the hair. I loved all that. But I really don't want to be painting a bunch of Owen Hart singlets and a bunch of these complex designs when you've done them so many times and you've done them so well. Like, let's just do this together and, like, it'd be fun. Like, superpowers.
It turned out amazing. I own 2 of them.
Oh,
I wish I could have bought them all.
It's been amazing.
I wish I was a billionaire and I could have bought them all.
They
all turned out amazing.
I wish, my original plan, like, I fronted the cost for most of those original lineup besides the Blue Blazer. But I would have loved to have a series, like, Joey and I would both love to have a series for our own personal collection. But, like, we've consumed so many Chad Gable bodies in the making of this project. I think he's got, like, 12 more figures there now. And so there's so many more Owen Hart figures that we can make, and then we're doing new heads, and we're going to do weird, obscure timelines even more so it's been great. It's really awesome to see that, though, because I felt like a lot of collaborations have been going on, and a lot of customizers have been coming together during this time especially, but man, I'm just so happy. It feels like some of these people are family now, and that's what's really cool. It's like this little small sector of the internet all customizing wrestling figures. So we're just excited to be back. This is a little competition. So first of all, let's get into the prizes.
Competition / game show.
Game show, absolutely. This is I keep telling, and I should tell everyone this. Don't feel bad if you don't win, because at the end of the day, this isn't about who the best customizer is. Your skills are definitely going to help you win this. This is a lot like Ink Master, if you guys are familiar with that show. That's kind of where I, robbed this from. But, like, it was really, like, everyone's got a chance with a 2-week time frame. It's really who can put together the most solid custom within that 2 weeks. And then after that...
And continue to do it.
Right. It's to do it time and time and time again. And that's really what it comes down to.
Not to mention anything we might throw their way.
Right. And speaking of... we got some cool rules for you guys. But we figured we'll just go ahead and run through the names and then start randomizing those brackets, so that way you guys can go ahead and start realizing who you guys are going to go up against. So
I'm excited. I miss all of our old people who are too busy to be in this particular time. But these new faces excite me. The fact that everyone in the community that is commenting on our posts, we appreciate it so much. I feel like I have an energy flowing through me. I'm revitalized, and I'm just so excited for this season.
Now, this season is going to be the most competitive, I have no doubt, because the amount of talent, and we got some returning people in the amateur category that haven't made a figure in a long time, but there's no doubt they're going to make impressive showings, because some of these guys have been customizing for long years, but have been gone for years too. So they're going to be super rusty. And one of the, the whole thing about customizing, knowing it myself, having been away and coming back, there's a huge learning curve. You're going to be rusty. You're not going to be able to paint as well. A lot of it's muscle repetition, right? That's why Joey is as fast as he is. It's muscle memory. And it's not.
He is an alien with 5 different arms.
Yeah, he probably does, have Doc Ock over there, level of painting. I'm going to share my screen here so we can go ahead.
He's doing that. This right here is the beauty. One of the things that you are competing for. It is called the Reaper Cup. And you can see it's engraved. It says this one's the Reaper Cup Professional Customizer Season 3 Champion.
All right. There we go. All right. So this is going to be our list for the amateurs. So at first we got Toys of Jericho. Second participant we got Anonymous Figure Collector. Third we got Mr. Milkman. I'm familiar with him because he's taken me in some of the posts. I'm not too familiar though. Strong Style Customs at 4. I'm also familiar with him. I've heard of him. Ivy's Custom Figgies. I've heard of him too. Like, shout out, Figure Giants around too. So you guys that tag them, that I'm kind of aware of you guys. So that also like expedited a lot of the contest or the application process because I knew what you guys were capable of. Unstable 1047, elite player Brady TAWP. I don't want to try pronouncing Brady Top probably. KBD. He's a new customizer. I've never heard of him. I've never heard of a few of these guys here. I know elite player, awesome guy. 10 Ramos figures, 11 Fry Customs. I think Showstopper said he's in the Philippines too, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, 12 Jacked Customs.
That's a lot of pressure. If you're from the Philippines and Showstopper knows it, that's a lot of pressure.
Actually, though, and then Jacked Customs was a veteran, but away from the game for a long time and is coming back, so wanted to come in as an amateur and said yeah, so let's go. And Burt Figs, Havoc Figs, Megatron Customs, an action figure manipulator. Shout out to Justin, that's him. And that would have normally been 16, but we had so much interest and so many contestants that we wanted to add that we went ahead and added another leg. So 2 more, another matchup for each division. So we got Rated R Customs and Kuroda Kid. And so that's all 18. That's all 18 fighters essentially. And we're gonna go ahead and start randomizing.
I'm liking the names on here. I'm familiar with some of them, not all of them.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
this
it's
is a great opportunity for them to get exposure, and
yeah. And so I figured like the way this would go is like it'd be 1, 2, Toys of Jericho and Anon's Figure Collector, Mr. Milkman, Strong Style. Like that's kind of how the matchups are going to be transferred onto the bracket. Which, speaking of which, here we can go ahead and open this up. This is the bracket. This is how it's going to work. There's going to be both a professional one and an amateur one, so that way each contest you're going to have this whole tournament. This hasn't been updated with the other leg yet, but you guys will see it off into the corner. Yeah, because and another thing is that we hope that no one no-shows, but we've kind of run into that problem in the past where someone hasn't turned in their work. So this is also kind of an insurance policy for that. If someone goes, we have another leg and some more competitors.
I'm just excited that there was that much interest so quickly. I mean, we got the brackets done in record time because there's so much interest, and that just means a lot to all of us.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and randomize this here. I guess I'll think of or Pat, pick a number between 1 and 10, and that's
8 for Kobe Bryant.
There we go. Rest in peace. Let's do this 8 times. We're going to do this live, and we'll see how it goes. So, 1, 2, I won't say it out loud. This is 4, 6, 7. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be the last. This is the next one. So, for example, it would be Ivy's Custom Figgies versus Jacked Customs right now if this is where it ended. So one more time, and this is gonna be the matchup here for the amateurs. So we got Unstable 1047 going up against Rated R Customs, Fry Customs going up against Mr. Milkman, KBD going up against Burt Figs, Brady TAWP going up against Anonymous Figure Collector, Action Figure Manipulator going up against Elite Player, Ivy's Custom Figgies, Ramos Figures against Ramos Figures, and then Megatron Customs against Jacked Customs, and then Havoc Figs against Strong Style Customs, and then Kuroda Kid versus Toys of Jericho. What a stacked tournament!
Okay, stop right now. Let's just take our time machine and go 2 weeks, 3 weeks in the future, and let's see how this thing turns out. I'm excited. I'm stoked.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I mean, at the end of the day, this is gonna be head to head, and we try to judge. I should have grabbed the judging criteria, but I'll post that. But we're super fair. We pretty much take in all the considerations, and at the end of the day, there we go. Let's go over that. Yeah, so we got overall presentation. These are all out of 10. Overall presentation out of 10. Painting skills out of 10. Likeness or originality. Complexity and workmanship. So we'll break those down real quick. Overall presentation is pretty much the finalized form of your figure. Like the picture, the finished product. If you wanted to go all the way and add entrance gear and stuff, that would be points towards your overall presentation. The next part is, what was the second one?
Painting skills.
Right. So painting skills is pretty much you're looking at Joey, looking at how clean his work is, you're going to want to make sure you're watering your paints. The painting skills are going to be the smoothness of your lines and then the opacity of your paint. How good of a coverage did you get? If you're painting white, can you see different layers? If you got a figure, do you see little painting messy sloppiness? You know, for me, sorry, it's just stuffed up here, but like for me, the biggest thing is like that separates an amateur versus a veteran on first sight. A lot of times is those pictures, those initial pictures, and the customs. You know, a lot of the amateur customs you'll see. Not any of these guys necessarily. I'm just speaking in general. Will like be kind of sloppier paint jobs, and then you'll see thicker paint, and then you might see a little bit more of like coloring out of the lines kind of thing, and little specks here and there. There's not a whole lot of I should say discipline and patience to go back and clean up and have to repaint and then, you know, go back and forth between colors. When I'm painting like in white or black and I make an error, if I make an error, then I have to go back with white and then I have to go back. And it's a long process, and that's why I'm slow as hell with figures. But that's why also this is a game show. You know what I mean? You don't have all the time in the world. You're going to have to be able to call it quits. And sometimes a custom that
hard to do sometimes.
Yeah, a custom that you want to do more on, you might just have to call it quits and submit it, and that might be better than someone else who doesn't finish at all, you know, or finishes and just rushed it. And so this takes some strategy here. Yeah, I'm using a lot of hands.
It's a kind of balancing act. You got to balance everything out. You got to plan accordingly. Use your time wisely. There's 2 weeks, so you got to use that time wisely.
You really do, because at the end of the day, this is going to fly by, and I can't make a figure in 2 weeks, but we know Showstopper could. And so ultimately, that's what's going to be fun here. Like, we're going to share screen again, we're going to go back, and now this time we're going to go ahead and do the professionals.
Getting goosebumps.
Oh, I'm excited here. Let's see. Okay, let's go. List randomizer. Why are you doing this? Oh my, okay, here we go. List randomizer. Alright, can you see this?
Yep.
Alright, okay, here we go. For the pros, we got a great lineup here. We got MDT, Falcon, BEW. All three of those are former contestants. We some new names here. We got Forbidden Figurines, never heard of him yet, and Skull King Customs. Kind of heard of him, seen him, but not too familiar. Nick's Custom Toys returning, amazing customizer, Nick Johnson. Shout out to Nick. This is, you know, he tapped me on my shoulder. I'm juggling so many things. I'm not thinking straight. I barely can reply to anything. And Nick was like, "Hey, everyone's on shutdown. This would be a good time." And I'm just like, "Yep. No questions, let's do
Absolutely.
that." And I appreciate that. So definitely. Black Mass, he's new to the competition. I'm very familiar with his work. Really excited to see what he's going to do.
I love that name.
Yeah. And I think it's Black Mass Jah now, Jah, but I forgot to do that because he's always been Black Mask to me, or Black Mass. And then LH Customs out of Mexico. I'm really excited because he's brand new to the tournament. And then returning.
All of our Mexican people have always brought it.
Yeah.
They're very proud of their figures. So.
Absolutely. And Lucho Punk as well. Lucho Punk's returning to the contest. He was here before. Always does great work. I'm really excited. Super clean. Does luchadors. I'm a fan of luchadors, obviously. So, boom. Chase Arcade, awesome guy. Big YouTuber. Really excited that he's going to be part of the contest. He's going to kind of be coming back. And, you know, probably someone who could have been an amateur just with how long he's been away. But with his skills, I was like, you're a pro. Probably didn't like me for that, but he's just so good, and he is really talented, so I'm really excited. He's got so much YouTube videos, too, like tips on how to, like, tighten joints and just stuff like that. Like, he's really informative, and it's got a lot of tricks. Creature Will returning. Man,
can't say enough good things about that guy.
I'm really stoked. He was in the finals, the triple threat last time, and so it's really cool to have him back, and I'm really excited to see.
And he does articulated fingers for those who might want to inquire about that.
Yeah, yeah. It's true.
I would pay him not to prick my fingers. I'll tell you that much.
And yeah, we got so the Blackjack Ripper. I'm very familiar with him. Yeah, he's doing really good. I think that's a name change. I can't remember what he went by before, but Yeah, I'm really excited to see he's new to the tournament. Demon Prince, super talented, new to the tournament. TSM returning. TSM is a huge staple in the community. Sells amazing hitcasts from UK, like super busy, always shrinking. So really excited, and he's actually the dude that did put me over in the beginning. So I'm really stoked. He's seen my work before a lot of other people did. So shout out to Tom over there. And the Mac decals. I'm super excited for Mac. I mean, he's brand new. He's relatively new, but the quality that he's been producing is so amazing, so clean, and the color and the quality of decals and precision and details. Oh, I can't go on enough. He's definitely a dark horse. Not a dark horse, but he's definitely a favorite to win. Like, I think a lot of people are going to be really excited for this. As a lot of them, BW, like, is it Dog Crack posted, like, let's just give it to BW. But, there's going to be a bunch of hungry pros that are going to be going after BW. And I'm so stoked.
It really depends with this random .org. It depends how everything plays out. I mean, you could end up with anything's going to be tough, but you could end up with a really tough opponent and, be out the first round, or you could get, someone that you think you're favorable against and go. So
Yep. Exactly. And so we got the last three here. Gustador, amazing customizer, does custom packaging. I'm a fan. He also makes beautiful belts. I've got, I think, all of them. I got the Cruiserweight for WCW. He's phenomenal customizer. Been doing belts for a long time. Always respected him. I'm glad he's coming into the competition. Sent me a DM on my Mad Reaper account. It was just like, put me in, coach. I was like, hell yeah, I'm so excited. Turbo Toys, man, talking about Turbo Toys out of the UK, his work too. He's been so on fire since I've slept on Turbo Toys for so long, because I just was so unaware, man. Like, so much talent is out there. And when WrestleMan Maverick too, shout out to both these guys, Terry at Turbo Toys and Rick. WrestleMan Maverick. They went on with a Tetsuya and Nato for, like, was it season 1 or season 2 or something? And this just needs to be out there. Like, I shouldn't have been judging contests then, because I didn't know who Nato was at that point. And so, like, a lot of it was me being really green too. But I just want to put these guys over. These guys are super good. Turbo Toys, super good.
And again, we've had a lot of good talent from the UK.
Yeah, photographer, and he right up there with Bubble and Squeak, and the NWF. And so he's kind of our main. Well, so is everyone else. I can't discredit Mac.
I just feel like sometimes people sleep in the UK customizers, but there's some good talent out there.
There's so many, but Turbo Toys was one of the OG 3 to me. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. In the beginning, to me, there was 3, and that's Turbo Toys, NWF, and Bubble and Squeak. So I'm really excited Turbo Toys is on here. I was like, we need to add another leg. And then lastly, DWO Customs, another up-and-coming customizer. For his experience, could probably go either or, but he's definitely excited for the professional opportunity, and his work is definitely warranting of it. He's been working on a lot of luchadors lately, and definitely kind of getting his niche down. So I'm really excited to see where that goes in this contest. So here we go. I feel like I'm talking too much.
That's exciting. We have newer people, we have really experienced people, and we're going to mash it all up and see where it all ends up.
Yeah, so picking number 2
out
of 10.
Again, Kobe.
8 again. I like it. I was thinking the same.
I didn't want to make you do 24, so.
We'll go 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. This is going to be intense. 6, 7. All right, one more. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Oh!
Yeah! Those are some good matchups.
This is going to be, okay, here we go. This is Nick's Custom Toys versus Lucho Punk.
That's going to be awesome.
That's going to be an intense one, especially, once we figure out the first season, or first category, which we know after this. Demon Prince versus Turbo Toys. Super excited for that one, too. Man, I'm excited for all of these. Black Mask versus DWO. Gustador versus Chase Arcade. Really excited for that one too. Falcon versus Skull King. Forbidden Figurines versus Mac Decals. Wow. TSM versus MDT. Such a great, that's a main event kind of matchup there. That's a great matchup. I'm stoked.
There's a bunch of main event matchups in the first round. Wow.
Creature Will versus LH Customs, and then the Blackjack Ripper taking on the superstar of the customizing world, who's joining the 30,000 plus followers. He's a humble dude. BW's awesome. We've done a lot of work together since. Super happy to have him on board. BW's joining the contest, so that's gonna be the last contest. Really excited to have what is this? 9 matchups, right? It's pretty much what it is. Is 9 matchups on each card. So in all, we'll have 18 fights. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen here. Go back. Okay. So I'm going to copy that. And then I'll be putting together the bracket and posting that.
So excited. Can we get a time machine, please?
I know. I can't wait, man. These are hell of lineups. Like, these are some great matches, and they're all completely random. You guys see in here, this is how we did it. And
these are main event matches in the first round. Yeah. That's amazing.
Truly. And so...
and that goes for customizers, because these are all super talented people. I can't say enough good things about all of them.
No, absolutely. I mean, there's so many, like, dark horse matchups that I'm really excited for. On the amateur side, Action Figure Manipulator versus the Elite Player, you guys got to watch out for that one. Like, it's going to be really good. Kuroda Kid versus Toys of Jericho, super excited for that. But, you know, like, for a lot of these guys that I'm not familiar of, I'm really excited to, like, be introduced to their work. And that was a lot of people's reasons for joining, was to gain exposure and to gain recognition and just let people see their work. And, you know, I'm really excited about that, I think, more than anything. If we look at our first 2 champions, they've only gotten bigger and are, like, really revered in the community.
And look at Lonely Bone Dust, who started on the amateur side and has gone on to do amazing work. So
absolutely.
I mean,
so this season we'll talk about the rules here. We'll get into the rules. The way this worked in previous seasons was we'll give you a category. We'd give it to you right now, and then you guys would have 2 weeks to go ahead and work on the figure. And then on those 2 weeks, you'd submit me the pictures, email them, and you know, I'll make those matchups. I would be making matchups and then posting them as separate photos. And so we'll still be doing that part of it. And this time with Instagram's voting feature, we'll probably add that in. So you'll have the 24-hour vote kind of thing too. And these will be kind of sway factors, but we're not going to be completely dependent on this at all. So we don't want this to turn into a popularity contest, and it's not going to. So this is definitely that mechanism to prevent that. And then second of all, after that, after you submit it, you kind of have a week off. And while we review them, we'll take that week. We'll do a live critique of them. Joey will hop on here too, Showstopper, and we'll go through them and kind of talk about the good and the bad and who we think should win, who should advance in each one, and then we'll give the next category. So you'll have a week off, and then we'll give you the next category. So then that will start the next 2-week frame. There's a little bit of a difference here, though. So I've been thinking of...
Remember we said this is a game show.
Yeah.
Not everything is as it appears, and there might be surprises. Well, this here you go, Mad Reaper.
Yeah, and so, you know, when thinking about the relaunch, we've been really tossing it around. Like, how can we make this more interesting, more show-like? How could we make this into something cool? So, a big aspect's going to be you guys. You guys are going to, you know, if you guys want the platform, we'd love to have you guys do little blogs, do little updates, and whether or not it's even Instagram takeovers or stuff like that. Like, show us, you know, show us your work, vlog it, talk about it, and we'd love to promote you guys as much as we could too, and on our end to try to show this process, the creative process. But the main thing here is we wanted to add a little modifier. So you guys see how the brackets are laid out, and they're all randomized, so they're really fair. And so I thought about this. In Ink Master, you have a Flash challenge. Flash Tattoo is like one of the ones you can pick out readily from the book. That's where they get the name from. And then the Flash challenge is you got certain amount, you know, it's a day contest. So either like paint a wall or paint stairs or, you know, design something, and then that kind of person gets to choose their client, which in Ink Master is who you get to tattoo, which is a big advantage. I've always been thinking about, like, how could I relate this to Custom Underground? And then it hit me, like, literally last night in the group text. I was like, oh, okay, so this is what we're going to do. And Showstopper didn't want to do this because he's so humble, and this is all just me and Pat here thinking of the name. This is Showstopper Challenge. because he's universally known for being super fast, turning out so many customs, and this is to honor one of our judges, you know. And I know he doesn't want it to be egotistic or anything. He doesn't want it to come off as self-serving, and but we wanted it to honor him. A showstopper challenge being one that is super fast. So this showstopper challenge,
important part of the show. So we wanted to give him that honor. Yeah, absolutely. And Pat stuck to that, and it's a great idea. And Joey's all aboard. So the showstopper challenges between each major week, there's going to be a showstopper challenge. These showstopper challenges are going to be 72 hours long. No one's going to get eliminated. If you don't really want to participate, I guess you don't. But you don't win. You can't win if you don't participate. So if you win, though, winning can be very advantageous. Absolutely. To you. So each showstopper challenge is going to be something different. For this first one, we'll give it to you guys right now. For this first one, the first showstopper challenge, both for the amateurs and the professionals, you have to design and hand paint, not design, but you have to hand paint a tattoo on a wrestler, on a figure, whether it's on the head, the body, whether it's back, wherever. Any size, any shape. You guys have to hand paint it though, no decals. But hand paint it as best as you can. You got 72 hours to do so. As realistic as you guys can. Pick whatever design you want. This is how it's going to work. Was it Rocco Jabroni or NWF that did that really amazing tattoo a few seasons ago? Jeez, I think it's Rocco Jabroni on Eric Young. I have it. It's so amazing. Oh, yeah, that was it. Yeah. I remember that. I was thinking about that when you made this challenge. So clean. And that's where I was like, amazing. I mean, it looked like it was decaled, but it wasn't. And absolutely, yeah. Blown away. That figure. Shout out to our I stare at it all the time as inspiration, I'll be honest. Like, Rock Jabroni, I'm super inspired by him, and it looks so clean. And I'm like, dude, this isn't decal even. So, really, the I mean, we looked really close at this figure several times because it was just so amazing. And that's where, like, even with WrestleMan Maverick, we'll NATO contest, that I thought that was a decal. Correction, it wasn't. You know, and that's even more of a compliment. I thought then. I can understand now how it's not a compliment if you hand-painted that, but much respect to everyone. So this is a hand-painted contest, going to be a tattoo contest. So this is how it's going to work. Everyone's got 72 hours to submit their design. Once you submit it, we're going to go ahead and see who's got the best one for each category. So the best one is just going to be like most badass, who flexed the most, who went most ambitious, who did it more realistic. You can go small, and if you nail it, perfect. And it's going to kind of be like that. It's going to be very strategic. It's a very good strategy, but don't over-pursue yourself and don't under-pursue yourself. Right. Just find that right in the middle. Right. And at the end of the 72 hours, you're going to pick a winner, or we're going to pick a winner. And so that winner is going to have an advantage. So now here's the advantages. You guys are going to like this. Okay. So since a showstopper challenge is 72 hours long, the winner can choose to have an extra 72 hours for his custom, which is a huge advantage. So instead of just 2 weeks, you actually get 2 weeks or 3 days if you're to win one of these contests, one of these showstopper challenges, if you choose. Which I think is a great... Also, the next showstopper challenge could be something completely different. We're not cementing that they're all going to be the same. Right, yeah, we're not cementing all the choices are going to be the same, but for this specific one, that's one of the choices, and that's a huge choice. That's a huge advantage. I have more time than you to do my custom. I mean, absolutely. The next one's even better. Well, equally great. I think so too. Yeah. So for this initial one too, the other option that you get if you win the showstopper challenge is you can switch your opponent. So that's huge too. You can literally say, okay, I win this showstopper challenge. I want to go against someone who I think is not going to put up a fight or not going to show up or something like that. Or maybe you want to challenge yourself more. Who knows? Who knows your reasoning? You know, but if you want to announce this, I've literally sat here debating in my mind, if I won, which one would I choose? Because both are such an advantage. I don't know what I would choose personally. And it really comes down to the circumstances. Do I want to set up my opponent? Yeah, it comes down to the circumstances too. So, so that's what we're going to do. Showstopper Custom Challenge. Do we want to go ahead and give them the heads up on... No, we don't want to give them a heads up on the category because then it makes that 72-hour challenge worthless, if you guys all can know now. So we're not going to do that. We'll tune back in. But I think that's kind of covering it. It is. We're so grateful to have all of our customizers that have participated. We're
prizes.
thankful for all the fans. And if you didn't get in this season, work hard and come back and apply next season. We'll be glad to have you.
Yeah, and so the prizes, real quick. This thing we're doing it sponsored by Figure Giant 2, which you guys know. And the trophy's right there. This is a long lineage. Every champion's got one of these so far, and you guys are still gonna.
Cup.
The Reaper Cup. That's not supposed to be self-serving either. I just thought, when we started,
I came up with the name because I thought it would be a great tribute to the Mad Reaper.
Yeah.
So.
And it's been fun, and it's been honored, and I'm super proud of everyone who's won one so far. So, yeah. Prizes. So this is what it's going to do. Sponsored by Figure Giant. So for the amateur tournament, we're going to go ahead and you're going to get the trophy, but then you're also going to get a $100 Figure Giant gift card, and then a Mad Reaper care package too. I won't go into details what's in that yet, but I want to put together some of the tools that I use a lot, like whether it be my wet palette or a lot of the thinners, a lot of my transparencies. Like, okay,
to be honest, we're really just canceling all the prizes. You get 10 sheets of toilet paper and hand wipes.
It's gold in this point, but there's things like I use, like painting eyes is really hard. My paint is washable, so like when I paint and I make a mistake, then I go ahead and dip my brush in water and then wipe away it, and it's so much easier. So it's like little stuff like that I've kind of been like...
What better thing could you ask for than to take one of the best pros out there, and he's going to pick out stuff he uses and give it to you? That's amazing.
Yeah.
Plus you're getting a gift card, plus you're getting the trophy. Wow.
And so I'm really excited about that. And then for the professionals as well, you're going to get the trophy. You're going to get a gift card. Not as much because I figured you guys probably already have your fodder collections. Probably don't shop at Figure Giant enough or as much. But if you guys wanted the belts, who knows, $50 gift card from there. Absolutely. And then you're going to also get a $200 winner for whoever wins the figure, which we've had before. Throughout the course of the competition, too, we've also had people donate in some past contests. So if you as a spectator want to add to this pot, like, please get in touch with one of us on the page or whatever. Let us know, because we'd love to go ahead and just grow this.
Or on the Custom Underground page, whatever it is, let us know.
And so that's going to be that money pot too. And then I'm also going to put together a little bit of a care package too. But it's going to be more catered towards pros. I can't reveal it yet because I'm kind of deciding. I wanted to do an airbrush, like a whole airbrush kit. But then I realized, like, that's like something really knacky and not everyone needs, and it's not necessarily like a professional thing. It's just a different tool. So there's a lot of inner back and forth going on, but it's between like an airbrush and something cool, like storage. Like, you guys seen the Mad Reaper?
It's coming from the Mad Reaper. You know it's gonna be good.
I have expensive taste. I'm gonna fucking hook you guys up. I'm excited. Thank you guys for all.
joining. Just look at his collection behind you.
It's in mess right now, but ooh. No, so
next week you need to dig out that Rocket Jabroni figure. I want to see that.
I need to. I know. I think it's actually right over here. I don't even need to dig it out. I just need to get up, and my seat is loud. Yeah, I'm really excited, you guys. So, fuck it, I'm gonna do that.
The Reaper Cup, and you're getting hooked up with personal care packages from the Mad Reaper, plus money gift cards. It's amazing.
Look at this. This is an Eric Young by Rocket Jabroni. Such an amazing figure. Super stoked. Man, I can't go into enough details. He made this before the official Eric Young came out, and this is a much more realistic hit scan than that Eric Young, and this is a much better paint job and sculpt than that Eric Young. And I have no problem bearing Mattel at that, because it shows how good Rocket Jabroni's is. I've always heard people, and it's always personally pissed me off when people are like, oh, it's custom, wait till the official thing comes out. Because if you're a real customizer and you're a damn good customizer like this dude, or any of my buddies, like any of you guys.
It's funny that you say that, because I just had this conversation with Rocket Jabroni. He's like, I had this figure and I didn't think it was going to sell now because there's a official release. I'm like, I'd rather have your figure.
Yeah.
I know that you put the extra time in there. Mattel can't go and put all the extra details in there because they're making hundreds and thousands of figures.
Yeah.
But if you're having a one-off and this is the one figure you're going to make of it, you can go all out and do whatever the hell you want. So
yeah, and that's
I'd much rather have a custom figure.
Yeah, and customs done right far exceed any factory made, because that's just it. Pat hit it right on the head. They can't put the detail and time into each one of these figures. And this isn't a knock on Mattel, you know, I'm so blessed to have the parts and the figures that we do because they're amazing. But it does show, like, some customizers maybe, okay, customs aren't as good until the official releases. But the real dudes, the fucking customs are going to beat the official releases 8 ways to Sunday. There's no rush, because these are going to outshine the official release all the day. All day, all day. Look, he used a bushwhacker head. And tell me that doesn't look more like Eric Young than the real Eric Young figure. That's Rocket Jabroni. Season 1 champ right here, man. Need I say more? So that's going to be the challenge. Tattoo.
You guys have some big shoes to fill. We've had some amazing customizers on here, but I have no doubt that you can do it. I'm just saying, the NWF, you know, Rocket Jabroni, Lonely Bone Dust, these guys are doing amazing stuff still, and I want to hire the NWF to do like the whole NXT UK, because I just feel like getting a figure from someone who's actually in the UK, making a UK, they put so much heart into it, you know?
Right.
Like they're so proud of it. So
that's how I feel sending Japanese wrestlers to Japan. I'm like, oh man. I put a lot of heart into those, you know, but yeah, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Pat, for joining me, joining each other. It's been so long, and this feels just like normal all over again.
But it was the perfect time to come back. It really was all meant to be. I really believe that.
Yeah,
and really for all of you guys out there, please stay safe, wash your hands, do everything that they recommend, and thank you so much for the support you've given us. It's amazing. I am fully energized thanks to you guys. I just can't imagine all this outpouring of support. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So you guys, see you Monday night. You know, submit your entries Monday night. We're going to upload this to Instagram TV. Reaper out. Pat, Chosen One out. See you guys.
Custom Underground.